Hey friends, it's time for the third annual Teacher Summer Talks, our free audio summit for elementary teachers, happening July 20th through the 23rd. This year, we are having Teacher Summer Camp at Camp One a Goodyear, where we will spend a few days putting together a back-to-school plan that actually holds up once the students show up.
And we've got dozens of incredible teachers joining us at camp to share quick, practical tips that you can really use to start the year right. And it's all audio, so you can listen wherever summer takes you. Plus, you can earn merit badges by engaging with the camp activities, and then those merit badges will enter you to win some really fun prizes. And you can meet with other campers and have lots of fun with us over in the Camp Lodge on Facebook.
This year, we are also adding the First Day Plan Challenge, where we'll help you take a little action every day so that you have your own first day plan ready to go by the end of camp. Grab your free ticket at secondstorywindow.net/summertalks. And the link is in the show notes too. We would love to have you at camp with us. No bug spray required. This is episode 269 of Teacher Approved.
Hey there, welcome to another Can't Miss Classic. On Thursdays this summer, we are sharing a hand-picked teacher-approved episode to meet you right where you are this week.
We are officially in July now, which is the part of summer where two things start happening at the same time. One, the back-to-school noise starts to get louder. And two, the urge to stick your head in the sand also gets more appealing.
And both of those impulses are so valid. But both of them are also a little bit of a trap. Because if you panic prep, you burn out before school even starts. And if you ignore it entirely, then you are going to be really sorry when August arrives and you are not prepared at all.
This episode is about the middle path, using one focused hour a week to make real progress on back-to-school prep without giving up your summer.
It walks you through a 6-step system built around the power hour concept, plus the kind of tasks that actually move the needle when you only have an hour to work.
If you've been feeling that low-grade July hum of, I should probably be doing something, this is the episode for you. 1 hour a week is such a small ask, but the difference between using that hour well and trying to white-knuckle your way through back to school is enormous.
And speaking of using your summertime well, the Teacher Summer Talk Summit is happening, and it's the perfect kind of low-effort, high-payoff summer investment.
It's short, focused sessions designed to give you real takeaways without overwhelming you, which is exactly the energy you want for July. You spend a little time, you walk away with something useful, and the rest of your summer is still yours.
So head to the show notes for the link or visit secondstorywindow.net/summer talks to grab your spot.
You're listening to Teacher Approved, the podcast helping educators elevate what matters and simplify the rest. I'm Heidi.
And I'm Emily. We're the creators behind Second Story Window, where we give research-based and teacher-approved strategies that make teaching less stressful and more effective. You can check out the show notes and resources from each episode at secondstorywindow.net.
We're so glad you're tuning in today. Let's get to the show.
First, it's time for Try It Tomorrow, a favorite quick win that you can try in your life right away. Emily, what is our suggestion this week?
This week, try the 5-minute Friday flip. Do you like the alliteration?
If nothing else, the title's awesome.
Every Friday, spend just 5 minutes flipping through your teaching materials, whether that's your teacher binders, a curriculum guide, or even your phone's camera roll from this past school year. Just flip and notice what catches your eye. No pressure to do anything with what you find. Just let your brain start making some connections for next year.
I love this because it is gentle prep with zero guilt. You're just, planting seeds for future planning without the pressure to have it all figured out right now.
If you like this idea or anything else we share here on the podcast, would you take a second and give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts?
Over the years, Emily and I have created an extensive library of back-to-school products. To help you find the tools that will make the start of your new year easier, today we are spotlighting our editable classroom seating chart maker. Tell us more about this, Emily.
Oh, we love this product so much. Not only will it help you at the start of the year, but it will be such a huge support all year long. One of the simplest, most effective behavior management tools at your disposal is your classroom seating arrangement. if you're intentional about how you assign seats, you could minimize or completely eliminate so many hassles.
In this product, we walk you step by step through our, I want to say, patented system.
It should be patented.
It should. Trademark, copyright, something.
Yes.
But we walk you through our system for strategic seating, and we give you over 90 different seating arrangements and list the pros and cons of each one.
And we even include seating options for the carpet so you can help minimize any problems there as well.
Now, since you're not going to know your students at the start of the year, the strategy part of assigning seats isn't going to help you too much yet. But the desk arrangement part can be a huge lifesaver, even in the first few days. So the first thing you need to do is choose an arrangement that fits your seating options, whether you have desks or tables or those weird triangle table thingies. Then you need to choose an arrangement that will fit your space.
The last 3 steps of choosing an arrangement are the most crucial, but often overlooked. Choose a seating arrangement that supports your teaching style. If you do a lot of cooperative work, choose an arrangement that lets students work together. Also, look for an arrangement that minimizes your walking. You're on your feet all day. Do yourself a favor and make sure that you can reach each student's seat in the minimum number of steps.
And last of all, and this is the secret sauce, keep as many students as possible as close to you as possible. The number one deterrent for off-task behavior is proximity to the teacher. So leverage that power as much as you can.
We walk you through all of this in the editable classroom seating chart maker, and you can find a link to that in the show notes. But if you want more information, make sure you go back to episode 97 where we lay out this strategy in detail.
Well, now we are well into summer, and chances are good that you've had at least one moment so far where that little voice in your head asked, should you be doing something for school right now?
Oh yeah, that critical little voice that whispers, everyone else is probably picking out their first week outfits and color coding their lesson plan binders, and you're watching Netflix at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday.
I hate that voice so much.
I know, it's a jerk.
She gets the better of me more times than I care to admit publicly. She's how, before I know it, I find myself elbow deep in prep I didn't plan on doing. And then my summer relaxation turns into a guilt-ridden productivity spiral. Good times.
But we're not going to do that anymore. Instead, we're going to focus on doing the right things in small, steady steps that protect rest and build readiness. We promise it really is possible to start the year feeling calm and prepared without sacrificing your summer sanity.
This week, we are talking about what just one intentional hour each week can do for your back-to-school prep. Gretchen Rubin from the Happier podcast, which is a podcast that we love, has a great hack that she calls Power Hour. She schedules time once a week to power through the tasks that she can't normally get herself to deal with.
And because it rhymes, it's valid advice. So we are going to take Gretchen's Power Hour idea and turn it into Teacher Power Hour. Very original, as you can tell. But instead of using that time to call the electric company or figure out your taxes, we're going to focus on our back-to-school tasks. And we have got a 6-step system to help you make it happen. We love a system.
The first step is to build a strong foundation by clarifying what matters to you. Second, start a list of Power Hour tasks so you don't waste precious minutes trying to figure out what to work on, which is always my downfall. Third, schedule your time. Fourth, and this is the hardest one, protect your time. Make sure you reschedule if another obligation conflicts with your time, and then make yourself actually do the work. And that's why that step is the hardest part.
And then comes the fun part. Step 5 is to celebrate your accomplishments. And then all you have to do is step 6, which is to repeat it next week.
Now that doesn't sound too hard, does it? So pour yourself a lemonade or throw on your walking shoes. And let's talk about how to use 1 hour a week to prep for back to school like the smart, seasoned teacher you are.
Let's start where we always do by clarifying what matters. Before you make a single list or organize a single supply, we want you to get clear on your goal. If you joined us for our recent webinar, we referred to this goal as your readiness anchor.
A readiness anchor is simply the answer to this question. How do you want to feel as you walk into your classroom on your first day back? For now, forget how you might feel or what you want to accomplish before then or how you want your classroom to look. Just ask yourself how you want to feel.
And then this feeling is going to become your North Star. And we cannot stress this enough. It's important to actually choose your word, not just think about choosing a word. If you don't name what you want, what happens is you end up chasing every task that crosses your mind because you have no way of knowing which tasks are the ones that actually matter.
So choose your readiness anchor. Maybe you want to feel calm or grounded. Maybe you want to feel excited or energized. Maybe you want to feel organized or in control. However you want to feel is the exact right answer.
Here is why this matters so much. When you know how you want to feel, it becomes so much easier to prioritize your prep time. Every decision gets filtered through that goal. For example, if your readiness goal is to feel calm, then maybe you want to focus on tasks that reduce last-minute scrambling, like printing your welcome letter, prepping your first day slides, or arranging your desks. And maybe you want to use our desk arrangement tool to help you with that.
Yeah, that would be handy dandy. But if your readiness goal is to feel excited, maybe your prep focuses on your favorite parts of teaching, like picking a fun new read aloud, or prepping a first week project that you can't wait to share with your students, or planning a classroom theme that gets you pumped to decorate.
See the difference? When your tasks align with your why, they stop feeling like chores and start feeling like confidence boosters. And we think this is so important that we have updated our BTS Success course to start with a whole module on teacher recovery and emotional anchoring, because everything else is going to flow from there.
So before you do anything else, pause this podcast and get clear on your readiness anchor. We're serious. This is your homework. Write it down. Put it somewhere that you can see it. Let it guide every choice you make about how to spend your summer prep time.
Okay, you got it? Do you have your word? Good. That's step 1. Step 2 is to make your power hour task list. This is where you jot down all of the tasks that will contribute to your readiness goal. If your goal is to feel balanced, your list will be full of tasks like prepping freezer meals, creating standard operating procedures for repeated tasks, and streamlining your workflow.
Ideally, try to use this time to focus on light touch prep. Light touch prep means low time, low effort, high payoff. These are the tasks that in one focused hour can move the needle significantly without draining your summer energy.
On the one hand, you could spend 3 hours deep cleaning your classroom library, or you could spend 1 hour creating a digital welcome packet that parents will reference all year long. Both are helpful, but one gives you way more bang for your buck.
Here are some examples of light touch prep that pack a punch. Creating templates for things that you know you will need, like your weekly newsletter format, your substitute plans, and your parent communication scripts.
Drafting a first day slide deck with all of your procedures and expectations. You can always tweak it later, but having the bones ready means one less thing to stress about in August. And we have a whole set of Google Slides that you can adapt to fit any procedure, and this will save you lots of time. Check out the link to our Tell, Try, Tally, Talk slides in the show notes.
Even something as simple as setting up your digital gradebook with student names, if you are lucky enough to already have your class list, that 10 minutes now can save you 30 minutes later.
The key here is choosing tasks that future you will genuinely thank present you for doing. And the beautiful thing is, these are exactly the kind of tasks that fit perfectly into one focused hour.
Remember, you're not trying to solve every classroom challenge or prep every lesson at this point. The goal is to set yourself up so that you can hit the ground running when it's time to actually get back to work.
Make sure you keep your list of power hour tasks somewhere handy. If you have our back to school readiness checklists, we recently added a power hour list, so you can download the updated file and then just copy the power hour sheet to your existing spreadsheet if you already have them. It's super easy to do that.
If you don't have the back to school readiness checklists, this is your sign to grab them now. There are 50 pages in there, and knowing us, we'll probably add more to that over the summer.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, there might be 2 more pages.
Who knows? But all of these pages help you clarify your goals and maximize your time. They are a serious BTS lifesaver, and you can find them at the link in the show notes.
Hey, have you grabbed your free ticket to Teacher Summer Talks yet? It's free, it's audio, and it will help you build a back-to-school plan that holds up. And you can do all of that while earning merit badges and hanging out with other campers in the Camp Lodge on Facebook. So get your ticket and join us at Camp Wanna Goodyear. Head to secondstory.net/summer talks. Power Hour can be a motivating way to tackle some meaningful tasks. But as every teacher knows, there are just some things that just have to get done, and we can't magic wand them away. Labels need to be made, folders need to be organized, copies need to be run, all the fun stuff. Unfortunately, all that tedious stuff is real and it's not going anywhere.
So here is our system for handling the must-do tasks without letting them take over your summer. First, make your must-do list. Get everything out of your head and onto paper. All of the copying, labeling, organizing, decorating, whatever you know has to happen before students walk through your door.
And then group similar tasks together. Make a list of all the copies you need to make. Make a list of everything that needs a label on it. Make a list of everything you need to finish for your wall displays. This is just so much more efficient than bouncing between different types of tasks.
Now, to actually get those dreaded tasks done, assign each batch to one of your weekly summer prep hours. One week might be copy all the things, and another week might be label and organize supplies.
A little pro tip that works with anything, not just schoolwork, is to pair it. If it's not your favorite task, pair it with a treat. Get your favorite ice drink to sip while you stand over the copier. Listen to a fun audiobook while you're organizing supplies. Put on a movie in the background while you're cutting out bulletin board letters.
You could even lean into the summariness of it all and sit on the patio while you stuff folders. You don't have to suffer through the tedious stuff. Make it as pleasant as possible. And remember, it's just 1 hour a week. You can do anything for 1 hour.
And if you want help prioritizing which tasks actually matter versus which ones you can skip, we break that down in BTS Success 2 so that you're not wasting time on busy work that won't actually help your classroom run smoother. And you can find a link to the course in the show notes.
Okay, so you've got your readiness goal, you know what light touch prep looks like, and you have your plan for the must-do tasks. Now comes the really important part, actually making it happen.
These are steps 3 and 4. Schedule it and protect it. The secret to making it happen is treating this like any other important appointment in your life. Choose your hour. Maybe having a set hour each week will work best for you, or maybe it's more of a movable feast.
Oh, that sounds exciting. For you, Saturday morning before the rest of the house wakes up might work best. Maybe it's Tuesday evening after your yoga class when you're already feeling calm and centered. Or maybe you hire a neighborhood teen to come play with your kids on Wednesday afternoons while you escape to a coffee shop for an hour. The specific time doesn't matter. What matters is that it's consistent and protected. This is a date with future you, and future you does not want you to stand her up.
When you're looking at a blank calendar, it's easy to start out with good intentions. Following through, however, is a genuine challenge. If you're struggling to put your ideas into practice, go back to episode 55, where we discuss another Gretchen Rubin idea, the 4 tendencies. This helps you pinpoint what it takes for you to meet your own inner expectations. That way you're leaning on your strengths and not your weaknesses.
One thing that might help with follow through is to make as many decisions ahead of time as possible. If it helps to have a loose structure, try assigning a theme to each week's power hour. Emily, why don't you share with us the sample plan for how you might use your summer hours?
Sure. So maybe week 1, you're going to set your readiness goal and make your must-do list. Get clear on what you're working toward, and then choose a quick win from your list and complete it right away to build that positive momentum. Then in week 2, prep one light touch task that aligns with your readiness goal. So maybe that's making slides for your arrival procedure or your dismissal routine. And then batch one thing from your tedious tasks list.
And if you want help with those, there are priority lists and task batching lists in the back to school readiness checklist to help you out.
And then in week 3, you could plan and prep materials for your first day. No matter your readiness anchor goal, you're going to need a first day plan.
Week 4, draft your communication templates, things like your welcome letter, your classroom newsletter format, or how to help students at home handouts. Also prepare everything that you will need for your Meet the Teacher open house.
And then in week 5, plan something fun that excites you about the new year. Maybe it's a special first day activity or a themed unit you've been wanting to try.
That's just 5 hours, but it's 5 huge wins. And your August self is going to be so relieved. So it's time for step 5 in our Power Hour prep routine, which is to celebrate your accomplishments. You're showing up for yourself when it would be much easier not to, and that is a huge win. Even if you didn't check everything off your list during your hour, write down what you did get done and give yourself a well-deserved pat on the back and maybe even a fun little treat because you deserve it.
I read a book called Tiny Habits where he teaches you how to take little teeny steps towards your goals by making these like micro habits. And then after you do it, you're supposed to celebrate. And so his example was like, if every time you wash your hands, you're going to do 5 squats, then afterwards you should like give yourself a high five towards the mirror, or you should like do a little dance. And honestly, I think psychologically, this might be a good tip. So maybe come up with like a real little celebration for yourself at the end of your power hour. Or, you could give yourself a little treat too. That's fine.
And step 6 is to do it all again. Decide what you want to work on next, schedule an hour for each week, and then follow through. The beauty of this 1-hour system is that you can adapt it to whatever you need in whatever season of summer you're in.
If you're in the early weeks of summer break and you want to do absolutely nothing school related for a while, cool, perfect. Start your 1-hour routine in a couple weeks. If you're headed back to school in a couple weeks and feeling behind, also perfect. You still have time to make a huge difference. You just might need maybe 2 or 3 power hours per week. That still gives you plenty of time to enjoy your summer and still start the year feeling ready.
So as you're listening, assuming you're not driving, open up your calendar and schedule your power hour for this week. Make sure you've clarified your readiness goal and have a list of essential tasks to help you meet that goal. Get everything on the calendar and protect that time. Once you're done working, take a minute to celebrate how much you got done, and then do it all again next week and think how amazing you'll feel by the time that first day rolls around.
We would love to hear about your power hour plan. Come join the conversation in our Teacher Approved Facebook group. Now for our Teacher Approved tip of the week, where we share an actionable tip to help you elevate what matters and simplify the rest. This week's Teacher Approved tip is create a calming planning ritual that signals prep time to your brain. So tell us about this, Heidi.
Well, one of the biggest challenges of summer prep is that our brains don't automatically switch into work mode when we are at home in our pajamas. So we want to create a simple ritual that helps signal to your brain that it's time to focus. This sounds serious, but I promise it doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe it's making a special cup of tea, lighting a candle, or playing a specific playlist. Maybe it's sitting in a particular spot in your house or clearing off a specific workspace. The key here is consistency. Use the same ritual every time, and your brain was going to start associating those cues with focused, productive thinking. It's kind of like training yourself to get into work mode on command.
This may sound like a fluffy little time waster, but science backs us up on this. Prepping for a new school year can quietly trigger your brain's stress response. You're thinking about everything that went wrong last year, what might go wrong this year, and how much you have to do. That kind of pressure can make your brain feel like it's in danger. And when that happens, it shuts down the exact parts that you most need right now, the creativity, the focus, the problem solving.
And that's where a short calming ritual comes in. By taking a few minutes to breathe deeply, ground yourself, and reconnect with your purpose, you're activating the parasympathetic nervous system, and that's the part of your body that says, hey, you're safe, you've got this.
This ritual isn't just aimed at creating a nice feeling. It's about training your brain to treat planning time as a space of confidence and clarity, not panic or perfectionism. Spending 5 precious minutes of your hour to start peacefully will help you be much more productive during the rest of that hour.
And when your hour is up, consider having a closing ritual too. Close the laptop, blow out the candle, put away your supplies. This helps your brain transition back to summer mode, and it prevents that I'm always thinking about school feeling that can tend to creep in.
And throw in your mini celebration too. I want you to be having a mini dance party at the end of your power hour.
To wrap up the show, we are sharing what we're giving extra credit to this week. Emily, what gets your extra credit?
I'm giving extra credit to the book 0 Days by Ruth Ware. It's about a woman who's in a race against time to find the person who murdered her husband and clear her name as the main suspect.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's really engaging, super fast-paced thriller, and it's perfect for when you just want to get sucked into a book, which I recently did. So I blew through it in just a few days.
Well, that sounds like a perfect summer read.
What are you giving extra credit to, Heidi?
I'm giving extra credit to you, Emily.
Me?
Yes. We recently had our Teacher Summer Talk Summit, and it was so wonderful, and Emily crushed it. She has put so much work into this. I know on the user end, it probably doesn't seem like that much went into it because you're just like, well, I listened to it and there was some cute stuff on Facebook and Instagram, but that was months of work. She has worked so hard. So many late nights, she'll be texting me at midnight, still at her computer. So all the extra credit for that. Emily, good job. And Melanie and Sarah and everyone else that's helped along the way. And all of the tech nightmares. Oh, it was so much work, but she did an amazing job. It was a stellar event and it was so fun. And I think teachers got so much out of it. So hopefully all of you joined us there as well.
Yes, I loved that. It was a really great experience, even if I did have to work really hard, but I learned a lot and hopefully next year will be easier.
Fingers crossed. That is it for today's episode. Remember, start with just 1 hour a week and your readiness goal. Make summer prep work for you, not against you. If you've enjoyed this episode, please pass it along to a friend.
And we'll be back next Thursday with another Can't Miss Classic.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Teacher Approved. I'm Heidi.
And I'm Emily. Thank you for listening. Be sure to follow or subscribe in your podcast app so that you never miss an episode.
You can connect with us and other teachers in the Teacher Approved Facebook group. We'll see you here next week. Bye for now.
Bye.
Want to head into fall with a back-to-school plan that actually holds up? Join us for the 3rd annual Teacher Summer Talks, a free audio summit happening July 20th through the 23rd with dozens of real teachers sharing tips that you can use right away.
Grab your free ticket at secondstorywindow.net/summer talks and join us at Camp Wanna Goodyear.